Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second week of March. And I'm hoping that you are seeing much more of spring around you where you are, Gabby. And I certainly am, excuse me, here in the UK, in London. Spring is definitely springing up all over the place. How are you? Are you
Springing up.
well?
Yeah, I don't know why spring it sounds to me like jumping up, no? So like when you're
Yes,
jumping out of bed, right? So you're coming
yes,
out of the winter dream, right?
yeah,
The wintering mood, and you are starting to have more movement and going outside. And I'm watching
yeah,
through my door through my balcony, and there's some sun coming, no? So you're,
yay!
yeah, jumping up and feeling a little bit more this movement, and sometimes might be a little bit how you say, you might need to warm up a little bit more, no? Because you were in the winter's sleep, right?
Into the winter sleep. Although we talked in our first episode of March about, my thought about my attention to my feet. So there's something about getting up and springing up and doing a lot of walking and standing for what I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I also reminded myself after we finished recording, Mimi's voice came into my head. Mimi
Mm-hmm.
from our February episode when we were talking about the year of the horse and
Mm-hmm.
around that it doesn't have to be a gallop, and actually a gallop will leave people behind. So when this pace, so it's thinking about I have to adjust my pace. So if we're talking about being in community with other people, that people can walk with me, old and young, yeah. So that you have to kind of adjust your pace so others can be with you when you're walking. That's something that
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking through into this March.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But there's lots of
Yeah,
movement words: springing, leaping, walking,
yeah,
jumping.
jumping out of bed, and it's about what you are bringing into the visible life from your winter dream. I mean, when from your seeds and where you plant, no? So all the plants are showing their true colors as you were sharing the past episode. And I'm thinking about the conversation with Mimi and the years of the year of the fire horse. Fire, it's the element of the maximum yang, and many people might think about it about hectic and movement and connection, but it's also having to do with a good fire has to do with a good wood, no? What you fuel with,
Yes.
what you fuel the fire with. And if you, this is a time for me where you set your plans and your visions with a good ground and roots that they can sustain a fire that lasts longer than a very small fire or a fire that is just burning quite quickly. Um,
That's such a profound thing to say. So you want to have that, you want to have a good quality wood that's
mm,
going to burn for a good amount of time and it's going to
mm,
emit a warmth that's going to keep the pot boiling
mm.
rather
Yeah,
than fizzle out.
that can cook and you can gather around this fire. And
Mm,
so it's with this being mindful, no? That as you said, being mindful. What is your pace now? We feel this, no? This bubbling energy that it says, "Oh
mm,
yeah, I want to go around and do this and that." It's like when you had a good night's sleep and you wake up and you say, "Oh, I'm full of energy." But if you like in the first hours of the morning burn all that energy because you were so excited about doing that things, then you will run out of fuel by the end of the day. But if
yes.
you find, we were also saying, not March is a good time to remember this. Bringing into the same level, so equinox and bringing the same level the energies. If you find through the day the moments of action, activity, connection, care, and tending to others, also with the moments of rest and silence and realignment, then you will come to the end of the day with a little bit more energy and
Mm,
weighing down in a more smooth way, I think.
yes. Rather than being in a state of collapse.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Would you
Yeah,
say you're a morning person, Gabby, or an evening person?
that's a good question. Yeah, no, I'm a morning person, but sometimes when I get activated at night, then I cannot like turn
Go to
myself
sleep.
off.
Mm,
And yeah, I have too much fire and boot energy. So I am very young person. So I
yeah.
have a lot of activity. So in the morning, I work quite well and I'm clear-minded and all these things. But for example, if I get too excited about something and it's in the middle of the night, I'm also excited and working. So I need to be mindful with my creative energy
Yeah.
and my
I,
mind
and I would
energy.
say I'm a morning person, but as
Mm.
I have got older, actually physically older, I can
Uh-huh.
sense that kind of shifting. It's a bit like it's funny, it's like the sort of circadian rhythm that and
Mm.
you've got a teenager in your house, so sort of
Yeah.
the suddenly the children who would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning are now not getting out of bed until 12 o'clock. And I
Mm.
wonder whether we don't really talk about that in terms of older people's circadian
Mhm.
rhythm. I wonder whether all of us have this sort of early rising, late rising, early rising, and then we go back into late rising again as we get older. It's quite an interesting thought that's just popped into my head that I just wanted to share. Maybe if any
Yeah.
of our listeners know anything about that, they could add something in the chat.
Mm.
So what have we got today? What are you going to share with us
Well,
today,
talking
Gabby?
about rising and waking up, I wanted to share a poem from my beloved David Whyte, who is one
Oh,
of
my
my
beloved
greatest,
David Whyte too.
yeah, inspirations, and it's called "What to Remember when Waking." Exactly in this
Lovely.
March energy when you are waking up. I
Mm,
will try to read it the best I can. So please have patience with me and my
yeah.
English. In that first hardly noticed moment in which you wake, coming back to this life from the other, more secret, movable, and frighteningly honest world, where everything began, there's a small opening into the new day, which closes the moment you begin your plans. What you can plan is too small for you to live. What you can live wholeheartedly will make plans enough for the vitality hidden in your sleep. To be human is to become visible while carrying
Mm,
what is hidden as a gift to others. To remember the other world in this world is to live in your true inheritance. you, you are not a travel guest on this earth. You are not an accident amidst other accidents. You were invited from another and greater night, that than the one from which you just have emerged. Now, looking through the slanting light of the morning window toward the mountain, sorry, I lost toward the mountain, presence of everything, that what urgency calls you to your one love. What shape waits in the seed of you to grow and spread its against a future sky? Is it waiting in the fertile sea, in the trees, I'm missing a line. Do you have it there?
in the trees beyond the house.
You see, I'm missing a line there. In the trees beyond the house, in the life you can imagine for yourself, in the open and lovely white page on the writing desk. Was it complete? Because I'm guessing I'm missing some lines.
No, you're complete.
What I like is it's evoking what we have been talking. It's like a blank page in our writing desk
Mm,
of life, this
mm,
spring opening to us, and to remember that what we can imagine is too small sometimes of what life can offer us. That's kind of what creativity is, no? Or creation. It's about opening to the new. So coming in the to encounter life. With this courage
mm.
to flourish in whatever is being whatever is calling us in this
I love
spring.
that. I've actually got it up on my screen here just so to go with you as you were reading. And I love this stanza: to be human is to become visible by
Yeah.
carrying what is hidden as a gift to others. And sometimes I think we don't actually acknowledge the gifts that we have in inside ourselves, that others are drawn to, or that others feel comforted by, and others feel kind of warmed by. Yeah. And I know that about you. I know that about people that I work with and collaborate with. There is something in them that I'm drawn to. Yeah. And it could be a multiple things, but I have to remind myself that there'll be something in me that people are drawn to as well. And it's only by being visible, and I'm not saying, in terms of social media visibility kind of thing, but being visible by saying hello to the world, stepping out of bed and doing a sun salutation or whatever it is, how you decide to start your day, to say, let's just open up and receive what's coming from the world today, because it could be the most beautiful thing. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and I love that when he says you're not a trouble guest in this earth, you are welcome, you were invited.
I
Each
love
of
that
us
too.
were invited to this reality, each human being, but also each being, no,
Each being,
each
each
tree,
living being.
yeah, each river was invited to be when the word became flesh, right? So when it says the word became flesh and it became in this reality, it came from this I don't know, ocean of creation. And now we are in the material world. So and acknowledging that, and as you said, receiving and open to give whatever we are even not aware we are able to give. Sometimes people see in us things that we are not able to see for ourselves, and that's the beauty of encountering with another person, because that person can reflect back to you the
Yes.
beauty and the things you have to offer, no? That you are maybe not ready to see.
Recently you and me joined together with some fellow Somanauts on a course. Gabby and I got to know each other through a course that we did many years ago. And we had a little group gathering. And it was in that group gathering that one person remembered from a coaching conversation 5, 6 years ago something that another had said. And so the the memories and that very good memory of the sense and the feeling and the emotion of that conversation was then replayed. So the quality of that person, the gift of one person, was then gifted again to the other, who then now has actually taken that on in their own work and their own contemplation about themselves and the gifts that they've got to offer each other. So there's something around that, the quality. What reminded me in that conversation that we had a couple of weeks ago was the joy of learning about each other on that course. And there was like little essences of ourselves that we shared with each other. And now we're having the opportunity of seeing and sensing and almost smelling like a heightened version of that essence as we've grown over the years and have had many more experiences over the years. But that still is a really wonderful quality of each of us. So this keeping connected with people that you work with, keeping connected with people that you have been friends with, keeping connected with maybe family members, or reconnecting, even if there's been a disruption, there'll be something new that you will discover, and also some of the old flavour that will support you and resource you as you go through spring. That makes any sense at all? It makes sense to me.
It makes all sense, because I'm thinking how beautiful it is to remember that we are all these I mean, the energy that I am, it's part of the energy you are, and we experience each other in relationship with the world, not so. There's one of Native Americans elders that I like very much. He's I think his name is Kyokasin Goldsworth, and I love to listen to him. He's from the Lakota, and he says that, I mean, for Lakotas, they always say about this being in relationship, not the right relationship with the world, the right relationship with the living world. And he invite us to, or yeah, invite people to go to the woods or to work and just to approach the tree and try to learn from the tree how the tree sees you. Who are you for the tree? Who are you for the flowers? And in this inquiry of opening yourself up to the tree and to the flowers or to the rivers, but now to each other, you remember parts of yourselves that these energies, these living beings are like guardians of this communal memory that we are each other. And as you said, we in each encounter, we have the possibility to remember a part of us, and even to remember that whatever is normal for us, it might not be the normal experience for the other people. Like in this encounter with our fellow somatic coaches, someone said no, that the experience we had in building communities or going out, it was not the same she had. It also completes the puzzle or the pieces that you don't see in yourself, no, that you or you forgot or you give for granted or all these things. So yeah, I mean, we experience each other through relationships, and that's the question for me now for living, for people listening to us is how is the quality of your relationship with yourself, with the living world, with everyone, and what are these relationships reminding you that you may have forgotten and that you may take to this new dream of the spring.
What shape waits in the seed of you to grow and spread its branches against a future sky? David Whyte's words, not Sam's.
But at the end, I mean, a poet, we are all channels. All this poetry doesn't belong to us. It's something we channel, and life gifted us. It's like, I mean, life gifted flowers with these beautiful colors and scents that but what is the purpose that the rest of the living can sense it also, no? So we are gifted, I don't know, with a voice to sing or a writing skill or a mind to create molecules or whatever, but it's to put it on service in the world, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Gabby, for leading us through that. And I hope maybe we could put a link into David Whyte's poem. I think people can find it if we just put the name in. It's quite easy to find. And read it, reflect on it, and see how that takes you through the next couple of weeks of March. And we have a very wonderful guest for our next episode. We're going to be quiet for the moment, but we are excited for our next episode too. So it's time to say goodbye. Are we signing off now?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Sam, for being here with me and co-creating this space. And thanks for everybody watching and yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment. Let us know where you're up to in this month of March.
Yeah.
Bye-bye for now.
Just before I head off, actually, I wanted to say we had a lot of new subscribers recently, haven't we, Gabby?
Yeah.
And maybe those new subscribers, you're thinking, oh, what's going on? How does this work? And where's the guest? We have a guest on the third month of the year. And actually from April, we will still have a guest once a month. So stay with us. The first 2 episodes are always us chatting, and then there is always the opportunity to join in a meditation or a reflection, just as we've done on the second week of the month. But for new subscribers, go back in time, have a little check in what we've done before, because there may be something there that will really support you as we go through spring.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.